Going live, going live, going live, going live. What's going on? What's going on? CoinOpTV subscribers, Robert Welkner here. We are live streaming. Today is Monday, March 13th, 2017. Welcome to CoinOpTV News Jacking. I'm going to be breaking down some of the hottest stories from video game and entertaining news. We are live streaming on my Apple iPhone 7, but this video will also be archived on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoinOpTV. So make sure if you missed the live stream, make sure you check out the video and leave us some comments and let us know what you think of some of the news items there. Let me straighten out my camera a bit. I'll give some shout outs and stuff like that in just a second. So let's talk about the first story of the day. I grabbed this from N4G, which is a video gaming news curation site that I use and frequent often. It's a little more friendly to my tastes and sensibilities. So anyway, top story here is this is Guerrilla shares Horizon Zero Dawn first week sales and reveals that guns were in the game at some point. This comes in at 1,020 degrees, making it really hot. Once things get over 1,000 degrees, you know, everybody's talking about it and stuff like that. So this comes from a website called WCCFtech.com. And if you guys didn't know, Horizon Zero Dawn is an action role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Game Studios, published by Sony for the PlayStation 4. Here's sort of the main takeaway from that article, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing this developer's name wrong. From the article, it says that Mathingus Dijon confirmed that there were guns in Horizon Zero Dawn during early development, in parentheses, which makes sense considering Guerrilla's first-person shooter heritage was Killzone. Really big fan of Killzone 3. And then it says in the article, but they were eventually removed as they did not fit the game's overall theme. Of course, this is sort of coincides with a tweet from Mathis Dijon, who said, early in development we had some in, but soon replaced them as they didn't feel right for the game. So that's sort of the big story on N4G today or right now from WCCFtech.com. So I gotta be honest, I haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn, but I've been watching some Let's Plays and some reviews and people talking about the game, and it just looks beautiful and fun. We didn't get a review copy in, so I didn't get to check it out and get my hands on it. But one of my reviewers, CJ, is playing it, and I think he says he's really enjoying it a lot. So as far as having guns in the game, that would be interesting. You know. From what I've seen, it looks like it's a lot of lo-fi tech with kind of being out there in the landscape and the plains there in the open world, and it might be sort of interesting to pull out like a Magnum or a 360 or something like that, or a shotgun, and start shooting these cybernetic dinosaurs and creatures and stuff like that. I mean, there is some technology in the game, but it just seems like if you have like a basic gun, it may take away from sort of the dispelling the reality or the fiction that is being produced in the game. Let me give some shouts. We got Chloe Vermeer, Liam, Horde Gaming, Queen Sparky's in chat, Zeke, and Horde Gaming says, I love Horizon, it's fantastic, awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to pick it up, probably maybe like Black Friday or something later in the year, maybe over the summer when I have a little more time to jump in. Open world games, man, those are just tough to jump in. Liam says, wait, is Zelda coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox? No, that is negative. I think you misread the title of this video incorrectly. It's Resident Evil Revelations coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We'll get to that shortly. So, hey, Ryan Razor Ninja says, hi. All right, let me get to the next topic there. If you guys have any any comments regarding having guns in Horizon Zero Dawn, let me know in the comments below. So all right, topic number 2 is the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild versus Horizon Zero Dawn. This seems to be a topic that is spreading out on Twitter and article posts on Instagram. I saw my man Y-Rock had a little post sort of talking about Zelda versus Horizon Zero Dawn, and there was a feed, a chain, a bunch of comments on there talking about that. So in an article from screenrant.com, this has 820 degrees hotness on N4G. It talks about the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild having a whopping Metacritic of 97%, which is pretty insane, versus Horizon Zero Dawn, which has 89%. And Rob Keyes, who wrote the article, said, having played both for hours, it's hard to say one is really much better than the other overall. One has visuals and art direction light years ahead of the other, and vice versa. So of course, Horizon Zero Dawn has the visual fidelity, visual graphics that are light years ahead of mostly anything out there. He goes on to say in the article, there's a sense of wonder and a neat play on nostalgia with Breath of the Wild. So I think, with one you get insane graphics, pushing the envelope as far as next-gen technology, and then with Breath of the Wild you get sort of nostalgia, sort of that feeling of ooh and ah, and that history. Something else to sort of really point out is it's really interesting that it's like one versus the other, because technically, they're for like different consoles. Like Horizon Zero Dawn is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. You can't play it anywhere else. So if you have a PlayStation 4, chances are you're going to get your hands on Horizon Zero Dawn. You're probably loving it. You're probably digging it. If you have a Nintendo Wii U or a Nintendo Switch, then you can play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You can't play that on any other systems at all. So it's really interesting that that's kind of a topic, is those two games going head to head, because they're console exclusives. So it's kind of one or the other. So it's more of a basis on the console wars, things that I put in quotes. I don't like to really say that term often, but it's more about the consoles, because, the games are specific to the consoles. I haven't played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Everybody says it's great. Everybody says it's loving it. Faults included or not, people are saying they're enjoying it. Let me jump out of a chat and see what we got here. Horde Gamer says Breath of the Wild is great, but weapon fragility hurts a bit. Yes, that is something that's crazy. I've been watching some gameplay, and people seem to always have a branch in their hand when they're fighting people because they don't want to break their sword or some of their weapons. And is there a way to improve your weapons or restore them or something, or when they break they're just gone forever? That's a little crazy. So Ryan Razor says, have you played Zelda? I haven't played it at all. I didn't have 8 hours to kill last year at E3 to stand in line to play it, and I don't have a Nintendo Switch, but two of my contributors have it, and they both seem to be enjoying it, and they've actually gone quiet lately from communicating, because I think they're playing so many of the hot video games that are out there. Starlene says in chat, I'm more of a Zelda fan, but getting Breath of the Wild when I can. Cool. Let's see. Horde Gamer says Breath of the Wild has beautiful art direction, though. Oh yeah, I'm not saying really that. It's really what I was saying about the graphics, and what this article was sort of saying was one sort of pushes the envelope light years ahead, whereas, as cool as Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild looks visually and stuff, it's got a stylized thing. Not really pushing the graphics. I mean, you can't even reach 1080p graphics on that, so nothing's really pushed on that front. Liam says, we need to make a petition to get Horizon Zero Dawn on the Nintendo Switch. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think it's going to stay a PlayStation 4 exclusive. If a game is a hit and it's popular and it's exclusive, it usually stays an exclusive. There's times when games sort of are exclusive for the first game, and then they branch off to the sequels, become non-console exclusives, like Titanfall was sort of Microsoft exclusive, but now it's on multiple systems there. Ryan says, Rob, will you do gameplay of Zelda? No, I won't be putting up any Zelda gameplay because I don't want to get my video flagged by Nintendo. I'm not part of their weird Nintendo partner program, stuff like that. So you won't see any Let's Plays of that on my channel. Queen Sparky says, it's stupid to compare different art styles. It was baffled how teachers grade art. It always baffles how... Well, yeah, it is really difficult to grade art. Art is sort of a subjective thing there. Okay, let me get on to the third story. We'll get three today. I'm trying to feel out this format and do this maybe Monday through Friday and see if you guys are liking it, if you're into it or not. If nobody's into it, then on to the next thing. So, third story of the day, Resident Evil Revelations coming to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 on N4G. This has a 350 degrees of hotness. So it's kind of like almost like the third or fourth story on there. If you guys didn't know, Resident Evil Revelations was originally released for the Nintendo 3DS, the handheld console, in early 2012 as part of the Resident Evil video game series, which takes place in between Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5. I'm getting my information here from Wikipedia. We also got an HD version of Resident Evil Revelations in 2013, which was released for PlayStation 3, the Wii U, the Xbox 360, and PC. So here's the deal. On Twitter, the Resident Evil Twitter account tweeted, Resident Evil is coming to PlayStation... Resident Evil's Twitter tweeted, Resident Evil Revelations is coming to PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, physical and digital in fall 2017. More info coming soon. Sorry, it's really difficult sometimes to read. I'm reading off my computer here, and while I'm talking, I'm just seeing, you guys' chat up there, and I'm trying to kind of keep an eye on both things at once, and I'm kind of stuttering, so sorry about that. So that's awesome news. It's great when you get like an official thing from a company and it's not rumors. This is official. I was looking at sort of comments on M4G and stuff like that, and where people stand with Resident Evil Revelations. Some of them seem to think it was a fun game. Some of them seem to think it's a pass and not so great. It's interesting. This will be sort of like the third version. I can't think of many video games where you get a Nintendo 3DS or a handheld game that gets ported over to like console as an HD, and now is going to get like another remastered or HD version again. So all I can say is I hope they just go in and clean up those graphics and stuff, and really redo some of the models and stuff like that. We have a review on the CoinOpTV website for Resident Evil Revelations, so maybe you'll check that out. Kevin did that review years ago when that came out. So let me jump over to chat there. Let's see here. Screen chat says, hi guys, it's been a while. And Tom Craven says, just saying hi, I'll be live streaming. Oh, he's spamming. Tom Craven says he'll be live streaming Skylanders later on his YouTube channel. All right, you have fun with that. Queen Sparky says, I don't like scary games. And let's see what else we got. Queen Sparky says, Lego Worlds looks cool. I just posted my Lego Worlds review on my CoinOpTV website, so you can check that out and get my opinions on there. Screenshot says, I like your shirt. I got Captain America, Punisher. Check it out. I got some Marvel superheroes. On my t-shirt, Marvel superheroes can get along, but the movies, they got to be in different franchises. Okay, so that's it on sort of the gaming news. 3 stories, trying to figure out this format, see if it sort of works or not. Sorry for sort of the stutters and stuff like that. Live streaming can be tricky. There's no second takes, but I appreciate you guys jumping in. Finally, something that is non-gaming related. Weather. A major blizzard is about to hit the Northeast. Millions of residents from across the Northeast U.S. to Canada are preparing for a late winter snowstorm, aka Stella, which could bring up to more than a foot of snow in some regions. So if you guys are on the East Coast, shout outs to you. Getting a snowstorm. Now is a good time to have some awesome video games to play. Hopefully your power doesn't go out so that you can play video games and watch movies, catch up on some Netflix. I heard that the unfortunate series of unfortunate events got picked up for series 2, speaking of movies and TV, so that's cool. So that's it for today's show. Some CoinOpTV News Jacking, where I sort of talk about some of the news out there that's relevant and popular, and state sort of my opinion and get your opinion on that. So hopefully I'll do this again tomorrow, and you guys will have to let me know in the comments below when this archives what kind of topics and stories you would like me to talk about on tomorrow's show. I'll scour the news and see what's sort of buzzing. I usually live stream at 12 p.m. Pacific Coast time. That's 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you guys are brand new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. That's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.